in town from the Shepherd of the Hills, the all-new Shepherd's Wild West Showdown. Good morning, Hunter and Garrett. How are y'all?
Very good. How are you, sir?
Good.
Living the dream. So here we go. We're going to jump right in. I don't care which one of y'all does it. I know that one of y'all is bound to talk more than the other. It always happens, and usually the fellow with the cowboy hat's the one that kind of goes, yep, and So somebody tell me what the show is. Tell me about the Wild West Showdown.
So it is a amalgamation of everything Wild West. You know, we have trick riding, roping, whip cracking, gun spinning. We got stagecoaches. We have good, fun, knee slapping, Wild West comedy. And we do a lot of homage, I guess, to the old Wild West stuff with the Pony Express and just bringing back what used to be.
So essentially, you guys try to give everything that folks expect and want to see when they come to a Wild West show.
100%.
Absolutely.
All things Old West. That's that's what you guys do. I love it. So Hunter, you're one of the comedians in the show.
Yes, sir.
What is your AKA? What's your alias?
Cactus Pete.
Cactus Pete, not to be confused
With Little Pete.
With Little Pete, no.
No.
This is
Not affiliated.
That's right.
No.
So, where are you from originally?
Ohio, actually, a small town called Windham, Ohio.
Okay.
wow, okay.
How long have you been in Ozark Mountain Country?
Oh my gosh, since I was 8, so probably 15, 16 years
oh,
now.
right on. Okay. How long have you been out at Shepherd?
About 5 years now.
Oh, sweet. Okay. How'd you get started?
So my sister was an entertainer in town. She worked out at Shoji Tabuchi's Theater when we first moved down here.
Nice.
And my parents saw that I was interested in theater. And right after high school, I joined working out at the Christmas Carol at Shepherd of the Hills. And one of the ladies who was working the Christmas Carol was involved in the outdoor drama and said, "Hey, do you wanna do this?" And I said, "Absolutely." And here we are.
That's awesome. Did you ever have? Did you act in school? Were you a performer? Did you do drama and theater and all that stuff?
Yes, sir. Since about 5th grade, I've been in theater.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So good. So that was right. You weren't just plucked out of obscurity and been like, hey, why don't we just put you on the stage? No, you're actually trained up. You actually
Yes,
know
sir.
what it is that you're doing. All right. So tell me a little bit about your role in addition to Cactus Pete for the Wild West Showdown.
So I'm in charge of the backstage stagehand operations we do in the Wild West. And with a show like this, it takes about 4 hours for the setup. So about noon, we get out there and start putting up the banners that kind of hide the outdoor theater, what we use in the drama set, getting that stuff ready. We have lots of props, lots of pyrotechnics and fire liquids, kerosene lighter fluid, camp fuel, lots of that kind of stuff to get everything all set up and tidied up and squared away for the show at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. And shows Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right?
Sunday,
8
Monday,
o'clock?
Wednesday.
Okay, so I'm guessing the opposite days you can catch the outdoor drama?
Correct.
out at
Tuesday,
Shepherd?
Thursday, Saturday.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. And I bet that there's an air of excitement since you guys started the show. It's something new. It's something different. It's something fresh.
Absolutely. To me, this is the greatest thing about this show is that it is so new and it feels young and lively. You know, there's a lot of shows that I've seen in town and even the outdoor drama that they're here historically. They've been here for a long, long time. But this show is brand new and it feels youthful for sure.
I love it.
does.
I love to see it so much. Hunter Hull, right here in the friendly confines of the Grand Country Studio. Also, we have one of the resident cowboys, Garrett, joining us. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Living the dream, sir. Where are you from?
I am from Weatherford, Texas.
Oh, okay. So an actual Texas.
Oh yeah.
How'd you make your way to Branson, Missouri, sir?
I got I was contacted by Jeff Johnson, and he was like, "Hey, man, I like your stuff. Let's bring you on." And I was like, "Let's go." So I came up here, and here I am.
So does being born in Texas, it kind of puts you on the fast track to becoming a cowboy if that's what you want to do, right? There are ways that you can be born in Texas and be like, I think I want to be a cowboy. And they're like, all right, all you got to do is go right over here.
Yeah, my family was in it a lot. I've got a lot of ranching history. My family also live out in New Mexico, and
Okay.
they have a big cattle ranch out there. And so I've kind of grew up in that realm. Couldn't really run away from it, and it's treated me good so far.
That's awesome. So it says here on my little bio, trick roper, gunslinger, and whip cracker.
Yes, and I do a lot of trick riding as well. Stunts on horseback. It's fun. It's a wild ride.
So let me ask you something. How do you go from trick roping and playing with the pistols and doing the spinning and all that stuff to being like, hey, I want to jump on a horse and let's do some trick riding?
So I started with trick riding at first, and then
Okay.
I started with ropes. I always team roped at a young age, and I was always pretty savvy with a rope. And I kind of got bored with ropes. Loved the ropes. Don't get me wrong, but my passion was always the trick riding.
Okay.
And that was kind of my bread and butter. And then I picked back up the ropes. Worked with a lot of amazing people, and it's been a heck of a ride so far. I mean, and then you pick up different stuff from other entertainers, and it's fun. It's really cool.
That's awesome. Can't wait to see the show. It is the Wild West Showdown out at Shepherd of the Hills, theshepherdofthehills.com for more. Hunter Garrett here on the upside with Josh and them. Josh Clark here, Kevin Russell over there. All right, boys. So those people that are out there listening right now, they're like, all right, Josh, you got the background. We know who they are. We want to hear about the show. Sort of give us a walkthrough, give us a run through about what folks can expect from the show.
So we open up the show with our grand parade, which is pretty much all of our horse riders doing something special, doing a really cool big routine. Then our main man, Mr. Bronco Bob, who's like a Buffalo Bill character, basically, comes out,
Nice.
and he's our MC for the entire show. He's a great guy, and you really get to love him and enjoy his company throughout the whole show. And then you get to meet my dumb butt, me and Miss Bonnie, who's the
That's our amen bell, sir.
Yeah.
When you say something that's true, we ring that bell.
right-hand man and left-hand girl of Bronco Bob. So we are the comedians in the show. We'll make you laugh and have a good time. We bring out our stagecoach, and that's where you get to meet the professional cowboy, Mr. Garrett, right here. He gets to do some gun spinning to start off the show. Then we immediately start breaking into mounted shooting and Roman riding. Garrett gets to show off some with his whips and his roping, and then we finish off the first half with some comedy and involve the audience with some team roping there with the audience members.
That's pretty fun. One of the things that has made Shepherd of the Hills such a tradition here in Ozark Mountain Country is the fact that they've had that audience participation. They've had that audience interaction. People are encouraged to roam around the homestead and go and check out the set. Same thing kind of happened with you guys as well?
Absolutely. I think that's where a big part of our heart lies at Shepherd of the Hills, is bringing people not only just to see a show, but get them involved in the show. Because once you get them involved, they get hooked, and they just want to keep coming back and bringing their folks back, because they know the when the fun's coming. You know, you've seen the show once, you come back again, you know when the fun's happening. And with the comedy that we do in this show and any of our other shows out there at Shepherd, they're all, a lot of it's ad-libbed. A lot of it is just on the fly as we go, and it makes things fresh and new every day.
Well, and that was going to kind of be my next question for you guys. Like, Garrett, you got called by Jeff to come up here, right? Jeff has had a tradition since he and his ownership group, his partners, have taken over. They have put people that they trust in the right position to be successful, right? Whether it be producing shows or bringing in new foods or different festivals, things like that. So how much of a say did you have in what went into the show? Obviously, you know, you have your special set of skills that you can do, right? How much influence or interaction did you have in putting the show together?
I feel like I got to tweak a lot of my stuff. I've never got to do like a stage type deal.
Oh, okay.
So this was kind of cool. Me and Jeff put together that, and a lot of great people at Shepherd. We put together this stage, and I've always wanted to do a lot of lights, a lot of fire, and we made that happen. Awesome. And it's so cool.
That's awesome.
That is really cool. And Hunter, obviously, you said that you guys get to do a lot of improv, a lot of that stuff is encouraged, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And it really does sort of help with the show. Like, that's one of the things, man. You go see a show, you see it over and over and over again. And even if there's a bit where you're supposed to be going off script or whatever, sometimes that can really feel like part of the show. With actual legit improv and having fun, like, you guys really never know what's going to happen, just like the audience, right? So you're kind of on the same thing. You're just on a ride together.
Absolutely. And with the Wild West show being what it is, with live animals and fire and guns and all this kind of stuff, you know, there's always the chance that things can go wrong or something doesn't work. And so it's great to be able to have things tucked in your back pocket for when those times arise, that you can fill in and cover the gaps if things go wrong.
So awesome. Hunter Hull, Garrett Underwood here from the Shepherd's Wild West Showdown show. That is Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. That's right, fellas.
sir.
What's showtime?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. You know, it's nice because the heat of the day has done rolled away. Right around intermission, I would imagine the sun starts going down and it gets nice and cool. I think that a show like this is absolutely fantastic. It's a perfect companion piece to go along with the outdoor drama.
Absolutely.
You can go and you can spend several hours roaming around the farm, the homestead, whatever you want to call it, right? All kind of stuff to do. And then you can go see one of two great shows. As your attorney, I would advise you to go see both of the shows.
Yes.
So you can sort of have it in your mind which one you like best, which one you would like to see. How long does the show run through? Are you guys here through the summer, fall, winter?
Mainly summer months. We
Okay.
we open up in June and we'll end at about August.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is a...
I think so.
Yeah.
if folks want to go and see the show, they need to get up off of their hind ends and do it right now.
Absolutely.
TheShepherdofTheHills.com for more. Gentlemen, we got about 2.5-ish minutes before we need to wrap this up. So one of the things that we like to do is ask completely and totally unexpected questions of y'all. But we're going to make sure, I'm going to be easy on you. What's your favorite Western?
My favorite Western? Hang 'em High. Clint Eastwood.
Ooh, okay. All right. I was not expecting that. Garrett.
Ooh.
Him being a legit cowboy, I'm sure he's got a couple different ones. And that's fine. You just lay them on. Give us 2 or 3 if you need to.
My all-time was Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove was good. Cowboys with John Wayne. You can't.
Let me
beat
tell you
it.
something. Look, I got goosebumps just talking about when I was a kid and I saw the Cowboys for the first time. How did John Wayne die in a movie? He didn't always die in a movie. Only just a handful of movies did he ever die in. And then he dies in the Cowboys, and it's little trivia. Robert Carradine, who played Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds, is one of the cowboys that avenges John Wayne's death in the Cowboys.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's about 50 years old at this
Well,
point
still.
now. So if
Yeah.
you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, you got one more?
Ooh, I liked an old TV show that I fell in love with, and it was Have Gun Will Travel.
Oh, Paladin?
Yeah.
That's right, son. All right,
He
dude.
was- he was my favorite.
All those are fire recommendations. That's pretty good. Kevin Russell, I'll ask you. I already know the answer to it, but what is your favorite Western?
They're gonna call me basic, but Tombstone.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
can't
You
beat
can't
it.
go wrong.
I mean,
he does. He loves a
I'm
Tombstone.
a 90s kid, and grew up watching that. It's hard to beat that, but True Grit also.
Oh, dude,
That's
now,
a good one. Yeah.
now, do you prefer the John Wayne True Grit or the Coen Brothers with Jeff Bridges?
I
True
like
Grit?
them both, but if I could only pick one, I would pick the John Wayne.
Yeah, I agree with that.
See,
Yeah.
I think I'm the Coens man.
I'm a Coen's man.
Oh, dude, just the way the delivery. Haley Steinfeld did such a
Yes.
great job. Now Jeff Bridges went way over the top as far as his old West
Yeah.
accent or whatever. Matt Damon is perfectly hateable.
Yes.
Just want to punch him in the face.
Absolutely.
And well, so I'll go the other way with this one, the Magnificent Seven.
Okay,
I actually
All right.
prefer the newer version
Yeah.
of that one.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Good
one
one.
too.
Yeah,
I have to give some love to Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably, if you're just looking at what a perfect Western is, Unforgiven. But I can't call it my favorite because there's a little flick called The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Of all, you don't pull them pistols or whistle Dixie, son. I mean, it just don't get much better than that. Guys, this was a whole lot of fun. We will definitely be out to see the show.
Come on.
Probably do some social media and stuff like that. If we can hook that up, we know somebody behind the scenes, Olivia, maybe that she can just hook us up and let us come back. TheShepherdofTheHills.com every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, just until about the middle of August. So you're going to want to get up and go see that. The Wild West Showdown at Shepherd of the Hills. Guys, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you very
we
much.
sure do appreciate it. We're going to slide